now just betrayed. This whole gyrocopter business.
That's true.
It's a bit more powerful than the old IO Tiny.
If only Tiny had eggs again.
Soon, after TI. You know what's coming.
So one of the obvious ban against the gyrocopter IO combo morphling, where he can just replicate into the gyrocopter and take his good second spell, and that's good against IO as well, so that's banned out.
Yep. All right, the silencer was banned out in game 1, but this time let through, so that's how PSG.LGD is able to secure that against the IO.
What heroes do you think are really good against the IO gyrocopter combination?
5 seconds
I know in the past teams have used the underlord because of the aura. You reduce a lot of the damage done by gyrocopter. But what do you think teams should do now against this IO gyro?
Well, last game I talked about Clinks where it's good against a gyrocopter, and then that's why Liquid bans it, I guess.
I thought they would first phase it, but I guess just because Chaos is such a good game that they really want to secure that Tiny for themselves, because I would say Tiny's just a bit more flexible than Clinks. Overall, of course, you can run it as a support a lot easier than you can run. I was kind of taking a look at the Dora buff for the Team Liquid to see like how many games, what kind of heroes they played against. And then one thing I realized, the Team Liquid doesn't value the Tiny at all. They haven't played the Tiny at all. They didn't really ban it too much, and then they didn't lose that many games, but they have never lost.
I mean, I was talking to you a little bit about Tiny backstage, where I feel like the hero doesn't seem as strong as before in the laning phase, because one of the reasons I felt it was because of the item selection. You don't really have an item that allows you to sit in the lane, because you buy bottle, you kind of buy bottle, that's your only regen item. You don't really buy food, you don't really buy like
ring or something.
Yeah, if you're up against a harassed lane, you generally don't have other options when you run out of shrine.
Okay, so this time stolen away now, the Earthshaker. Not being an option here from Team Liquid. And we'll just be that similar idea here. Like 3 counters already right now for this IO gyrocopter.
The idea I'm getting was the Vengeful Spirit and Earthshaker being really popular in these main stages. They have a long-range initiations where they can fissure or like swap, and then they can make a move off of it. And then I think those are the heroes that what I think is valued a lot in this main stage.
So at this junction, the last game, LGD actually went for the Bane.
Yeah, this is where we thought they might go for the Undying because of the Morphling ban.
Right. But Liquid this time going with the Undying.
I mean, we did mention it's kind of like a similar role hero. You want like a lane bully and someone to buy all the wards, so I could just go all items. But that's going to leave them lacking in the stuns disabled department, hopefully, which we might see in the next few heroes. But we do have seen like teams not valuing the balance in the draft sometimes, where they feel like, oh, we can just straight up win all 3 lanes. We don't really need to have stuns, as long as we secure our laning phase.
Right, just get far enough ahead.
Because if you're far ahead, you can use items to replace the weakness on your draft.
So you were talking about some good heroes against the gyrocopter before, right? And Mirana is one of it, and Mirana is pretty good against Undying and gyrocopter.
Yep, you need something that can kill the tombstone. At the moment, LGD does not have a hero that can kill it.
The best part about it too here is that she's flexible in terms of that final roll, because they have a 10 pick overall. You definitely want to keep that for your draft.
And usually, like the value of the hero goes down when there's like Tiny on the opponent's side, where Tiny can burst Mirana, but that doesn't really exist on the Team Liquid side at the moment. And then you also have a silencer, so whenever they don't have a room for support anymore. But just say even if they had a Bane, Mirana could just like the silencer just silence on
Yeah. So this is what we're doing here.
All right, yeah, now the picture's coming together.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
I mean, this is kind of like the Undying counter. You can kill the tombstone fairly easily, and Undying has no stuns with the Vis, so PR is quite free to roam around. But we did mention in the last game about the PR, then the possible Alchemist solution towards the hero, which is maybe could be an option here for Liquid.
It does feel a bit greedy with the IO gyro, though. I feel like this has to relax a little bit as a duo.
But I think if you manage to secure lanes, I think it will be okay, because IO gyrocopter can be the ones moving around to create pressure. And on top of things, because you have Undying doesn't need farm, which doesn't really need to do too much in the early game, as long as Undying takes care of all the ward duties and secures the stacks. And if you look at the supports from LGD, they are not really that strong supports that can punish you when you're trying to jungle.
Alchemist and the PL has been the meta in the main stage for sure, where either a team picks a PL and bans the Alchemist, or it's been countered by the Alchemist.
Yeah, there are the concerns of like 10th pick for LGD, I guess, to counter your Alchemist in the mid lane. But
I feel like it's gonna put Liquid off the comfort zone for sure, because you will probably think gyrocopter for the miracle at this moment, and then Okay, they go for the Ulsa.
Decent against PL because you can get the furry swaps on the real one. You can always see him. You have the Earth Shock to limit the damage from the illusions. I think just overall much more like balance. Not too greedy, good lanes, can rosh.
Currently, their disable is a little weak overall.
Liquid is known to play without disable.
It's true, but like if you're trying to jump this PL,
5 seconds
you need
remaining.
that bash at the current moment.
I don't think they're gonna have too much stun since they already have IO plus Undying. They're gonna have to just play with that and win the lanes, snowball from there, get Roshan. Because right now they can win the lanes. It's very straightforward. They're gonna have strong lanes. They're gonna have a Roshan hero. They win the lanes. They move to Roshan. They control the game.
Okay.
So it's like a miracle TA ban here potentially.
Possibly.
I don't think you want to play T against the PL a lot because it looks really good. Sometimes it looks really good in the laning phase and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
definitely gives you problems later on for sure.
DK, we have seen DK a lot picked against PL, I guess, and then.
Yep, banned out by PSG.LGD.
And they kind of don't have the overall last pick too. So if you pick TA, there's always a possibility of getting hard countered in the lane.
Which explains the DK ban as well, because that's been the hero that's typically.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're 9 pick. When you're at 9 pick, you kind of want to pick something that can just fulfill the role and not too worry about getting countered. Something like
5
balance
seconds
overall.
remaining.
DK is someone that fits the build.
The Liquid Venom.
I do want to see a PL counter here though. Usa is like really good with IO as well because he gets the Axe. I think it might be on comfort zone for the Liquid, but I still like Alchemist here because like you can give Axe to Usa and then.
I mean, IO is already gonna give you Axe. So
but he's gonna stay with Jark up there.
Yeah, true.
If they were to go the Alchemist, do you think LGD will be able to go fast enough to punish that? Like, because currently they're showing though. 2 of their cores already.
But at the same time, if you look at these 4 heroes, they don't really come online too quickly. Their supports are not very aggressive. They want to like sit back and play a slower game. If you're Silencer and Earthshaker, and you're up against Liquid, which currently at the moment they have the stronger lane. So you kind of don't really expect the Tiny to get a blink that's going to be too early.
Yeah, and even in the last game for LGD, although Ion Gyrocopter essentially absorbed everything inside the Dire jungle at that point, they were still getting a lot for maybe on the bottom half of the map. He was just kind of like farming their own Dire side triangle, plenty of gold, so maybe there is an opportunity for that if they think it's going to survive, and they believe in it.
There we go. The out comes out for Team Liquid.
So maybe Team Liquids were more mind gaming and stuff like that because LGD probably knows Liquid a lot. That they would they want both Usa and Alchemist because Usa is great with Agni Scepter.
Do you think Meepo can counter the Alch?
But do they play Meepo? I don't know. I haven't seen maybe play Meepo.
What else do you have? I think
against Alch.
Well,
5 seconds
not much
remaining.
time.
I know Kunka's really good against Alchemist.
Okay.
But and then it's
Let's see.
Choose your hero.
That's the China answer, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
very
China
common in Pucks.
All right. Well, so a little bit of an answer back and forth, but perhaps both teams getting the heroes that they want in the end. Of course, a lot of PSG.LGD fans out here full force. And we do have, I mean, the fans have really packed the arena here, both for PSG.LGD and Team Liquid as well. That is the draft for game number 2. We do have Team Liquid down currently 1 game, the reigning champions of the International, trying to stay alive in the upper bracket. Meanwhile, on the other side, PSG.LGD continuing on as that hope for the Chinese teams now kind of carrying that pressure for all the fans as they look to secure a 2-0 victory. Well, before we go into game, we have a chance to hear from one of the coaches. It's Casey with Heen.
Hi, Heen. I have an opportunity here to ask the coach of a championship team, what's the nature of what you and Kuro say to your guys after you have a game that doesn't go your way to get them focused and in the right mindset for game 2?
Well, this year it's much easier because we talk about all the hurdles we went through last year. We had a lot of close series, so we say, like right now, even if we lose a series, we have a chance in the lower bracket. So we're just gonna not get too tilted by the last game and just play like every other game so far.
What do you think we can expect to see in this game based on the draft?
Well, we took a different approach to game 1. So we'll have to see.
Best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Well, thank you very much, Casey. As you can see, game 2 is underway, so take it away, Blitz and Cap.
Game 2 of Liquid versus LGD, and we're already underway as the bounty runes are going to be spawning up soon. Blitz, what do you think about this lineup? This time around, we're going to have the Wisp Gyro given to Liquid, but LGD probably have one of the hardest counters in the game in the Silencer.
Yeah, I feel like their lineup is a little bit more geared towards going slightly later just because you have an Alchemist on your lineup. You can fight without him 4v5. I feel like that's what they were going for with the Undying pick as well.
Homing missile.
30 seconds to
Bonk
go.
up FY, but they're not really going to commit for it. In fact, Fisher is available to block him in. Now the rest of the team is going to be able to join him with Oh My Homing Missile. And GH, he does have a tether. He will be able to jump back to the top of it. But that's why Ame kept pace and was ready to pounce when the time was right. I cannot believe Matumbaman and GH just went into that high ground.
Yeah, that was so scary for them. And the likelihood of them getting that kill is so low. The Alchemist isn't going to level anything but his Grievel's Greed. Kuro going to still pick up 2 of the bounty runes. Get somewhat okay for them. And Chalice is going to look like he's going to swap lanes. No? I feel like he wants to avoid this Ursa. Mind Control just sitting on top of this high ground area, getting some stacks on him for free.
Chalice, if he wants to get to lane, he may just have to TP in because it seems like our Ursa just not going to give him a free pass. Our mid lane matchup is going to be the Bloodseeker counter to the Alchemist. This is a lane that really favors the Bloodseeker, right?
Yeah, the Bloodseeker has so much base damage with the Blood Rage and the Coiling Blade early on. It's just going to hit so hard. His side lanes are going to benefit from it too.
Then on top of that, you do have some pretty good harassment side lanes from the side of PSG.LGD with the Silencer and Phantom Lancer. They could just kind of spam out spells, get some heroes low, and you start getting that thirst going for Somnus, and he could really start threatening Miracle's life. As you can see, he's already trying to make some trade-offs here in last hits because he can heal himself up with the Blood Rage.
When you play against an Alch, you need heroes that are able to sustain against him. It's not even about pushing out the wave, it's about being able to just sit in the lane.
Nice Fisher block once again from FY. He showed himself, goes for the body block now. Ame looking to be able to chase him down. The Lance is coming in. The Lance is going to be able to come up, but they do have the Fairy Fire as well as a little bit of heal from GH. Matumbaman though, super low. Probably going to have to pop the healing salve. I think FY wants to be able to Fisher that off, but won't get close enough.
Matu gonna heal the full. Is
another Fisher? No. They got a little bit too close to the tower and not gonna go for it. The creep wave is pushing in though, so Liquid will eventually get this farm thanks to the double creep wave.
I feel like LGD maybe wanted to swap lanes just because this Ursa can 1v1 against this Tiny.
Yeah.
And that allows Kuro to just sit in mid. Maybe can't even approach the creep wave. He hasn't done a single CS since the opening wave.
Yeah, Kuro's just making sure to take away all his strength and then use that extra damage he's gotten to ensure all these denies. Maybe Somnus will be able to pull it underneath the tower to make it a bit easier for him. Spirits come out, homing missile as well onto X-Nova. They want to make sure they at least secure this range creep. Experience being all important for the Wisp Gyrocopter duo, especially since they stick together through the lane the entire time.
FY's mid.
Nice block in with a Fisher. Miracle is not going to back away though. He will not give Somnus the opportunity for attack. Still lose out on that range creep deny though. It's not going to feel great. Kuro no longer in the neighborhood to give Miracle that helping hand.
Kuro cannot go all the way back to base. I'd imagine he just TPs in mid again. I don't think he really has to be top.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll think twice.
Again, that's a lot of damage on Matumbaman. This time around, he doesn't have a Fairy Fire nor the space to survive. They just keep on going for this Wisp Gyrocopter lane. You can see a big difference in the way that LGD is trying to shut down the Wisp Gyro. Oh, Chalice actually going to bring Mind Control a little bit low there and threaten him. Mid lane, Blood Right. They do have another Fisher coming in soon. Miracle's got to be careful. FY has been very effective. I've heard many pros talk about how it's very difficult to be effective as a roaming Earthshaker, especially in those lower levels, but FY has been very successful.
Mid lane just isn't really what it used to be, especially with how close the tower is to the lane.
Yeah. X-Nova Gonna be run down here. I think he knows it too. He does have Fissure, maybe. FY's gonna try and separate the two. Goes for the hits on a GH. GH is a little bit low, does have the blood right on him, but he's safe enough for now. He's going to keep his distance away from Ame. Kind of taunting Ame to see if he can keep going in. Well, Mutombe does manage to get up that support kill. He's going to go for next. Ame, doppelgangers away as the next round of Rocket Barrage comes out.
They give up on that chase, but GH with a very nice bait of Somnus. Start hitting Miracle. There's the Fissure. He's getting low.
Oh, beautiful Fissure. And now with the Haste Rune as well, they might just be able to run him down. The Blood Ride's coming in. Kuro may be able to give him a little bit of heal, but thanks to the Haste Rune, FY will join the hunt underneath the Tier 1 tower, trying to go for the body block, but Somnus is actually willing to fight Kuro a bit until he gets a little too low underneath those towers.
And no decay to break this salve. As you see FY just continue to pound away at this mid lane. The Alchemist had some space early on, but Bloodseeker more than caught up in this game. And it's so important for them to get this Alc online as fast as possible. I feel like for LGD, as soon as they get this tiniest Blink Dagger, he's going to be active on the map non-stop, trying to hunt.
Chalice trying to toss him away and go for that 5-minute bounty rune, but now Kuro's going to be here. Now he just hopes to be able to survive. Turns around, goes for the avalanche, runs down river towards the other bounty rune, but Mind Control's going to be able to keep pace here. FY making a break for it. They are going to be able to pick up one of them, but Chalice should be dead unless he can juke around with the bottle. He's going to heal up a little bit, does have a toss, throws him up in the air, buys himself a little bit more space, but now he's going to have to juke through the trees, go one direction while hoping Mind Control goes the other, but Mind Control knew exactly where he was headed. Meanwhile, Somnus runs down Miracle while he was juggling. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Mutombe's going to go for the kill onto X Nova with the flat cannon shot as well as the homing missile. They will be able to pick him up. Ame can't really fight by himself, especially without a creep wave next to him. They're just going to keep going, knowing that Ame is very low on mana. Does have the magic stick charges, though. They'll force it out of him. Take a shot from the tower before they return. They managed to force a rotation out of Chalice. Now, GH, you're getting very close. The Fissure's going to come out. They're going to try and hit him over that Fissure, see if they can burst him down, but not quite close enough.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Maybe if they had the Fissure block on the other side, Chalice could have tossed the Wisp himself, but as such, 4-4, LGD do have a slight net worth lead right now. It's really that Miracle's Alchemist is being threatened so much by the last pick of Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker dominated his lane so hard. Already level 7 Miracle. Not even going to get a stack for free. Instantly ruptured. Somnus.
Mid lane, it happens again. Somnus is going to steal this entire stack. FY and Somnus combining forces will not give Miracle any space. And unfortunately, Kuro, well, he can't do anything about this. This may just be another kill. He has so much thirst and Kuro's getting lower and lower. Double kill for Somnus. He is not letting Liquid come back into this game too.
And you're starting to see why this is such a good counter to Alc. Easy laning phase so far for PSG.LGD in this one.
Look at him. He's almost double the net worth of all these other heroes. Top CS, top kills. Miracle spotted out again by X-Nova. On the other side, they do have FY. The two supports combining forces, trying to go for a level 4 Alchemist. Now, he's right next to the shrine, but he needs to be able to get to it first. That's why the body blocks are trying to prevent it from happening. Miracle, not quite activated, though. He sees the Bloodseeker, gives up on his own life. FY will be able to secure that kill, and now Chalice comes into mid lane as well. Alchemist has got no room to be able to work around.
The good news is Ursa continues to get free farm. Mind Control owns this top lane, but it doesn't even look like PSG.LGD particularly care.
Trying to get over the Fissure block. He does have the enrage. Will take off that last word, preventing a lot of damage. Can TP out.
Radiant's middle tower
high to it soon. That's phase boots complete for him now. That is one of the scary things about Liquid, like the other two top 3 teams that we were talking about here, is that every single one of their cores feels like they can carry the game. And so Liquid, they're definitely putting this game into the hands of Mind Control. He's going to have to do a lot of work to counteract what is a very large Bloodseeker.
Yeah, I'm imagining what Liquid wanted to go for in the draft is they wanted this sort of 4 protect 1 style where you've got such good heroes at fighting in the Ursa, the Gyrocopter with the support Wisp, and the Undying Tombstone, that you should be able to take 4-on-5 fights, buy time for Miracle to get a lot of space. But his laning phase was so shut down that everyone had to rotate in, try to take turns helping him.
Look at that beautiful Fissure block, but Ame does not feel comfortable going for the kill. Enrage is still up, if necessary. Mind Control just beating them back. So it looks like we are going to put a little bit more effort. Tower's going to go down. Sonnis will take that one, threatening the rupture onto KuroKy.
That's 2 games in a row now where they've taken control of this mid tower so fast. And that's what allows them to
call down coming in. Chalice going to be caught underneath. Both the shots going to be super slowed down. Matamba should be able to get him, but mean lane as well. Kuro tried to TP out, but there was a fissure to stop him. So the Sonnis Bloodseeker will be able to collect yet another kill. This man is a machine. 5-0-2.
PSG.LGD, they're going to want to take some more of these tier 1 towers, starve out Miracle. The best way to do so is to head towards that bottom tier 1 tower. Once you get rid of that, you own all of this map.
Yeah.
There's no way that Liquid will feel comfortable farming anymore, which is why you're going to force the Alk into this area. You ward this camp.
Oh, the fissure! Too late! But GH, he will be got tries to go for the tether TP away. That was a beauty with the Spirit slowing him down. He's going to take so long to TP out, though. He didn't go back to the fountain, and so Sonnis will collect his head, goes for a push onto the tier 1 tower as well. A wrap around onto mid. They just keep on moving LGD, giving Liquid no breathing room whatsoever. They're going to go for KuroKy, but he runs upriver, dodging the support rotation. No TP.
Again.
13 seconds. He could just go for the rupture. Ami's going to join them. Matamba sitting on the side here, ready to go with the call down if necessary.
They're going to see Miracle. They've got the ward on the high ground coming down in. A little bit too far away. And look at the ward vision from PSG.LGD. They've isolated out the jungle completely as maybe
Miracle actually going to turn and bite a little bit. He has the helping hand of GH as well as Matamba, so PSG.LGD are not going to be able to take that engagement.
Regeneration.
But as you said, all this aggressive vision, it just means PSG.LGD, as they push the lanes in, they feel very comfortable taking all these fights. They've got a lot of information to work with.
And that's going to allow their Phantom Lancer to push out this top lane. He's going to have this area for free. Liquid, they want to play on this side of the map, but because of the Alk being as underfarmed as he is, they feel they have to protect him at all times. But there's so much deep vision on the side of PSG.LGD that they can't really just leave him to his own devices like they normally would. You see that they go for the Rupture deep. They represent a threat at all times. They're smoked up. They want to go for another kill on the Miracle.
It is kind of being baited here by the Wish Gyrocopter, who just kind of ran in at PSG.LGD. Got to force a TP out from FY.
It doesn't feel good though, being 4 heroes around this area when you know that the Phantom Lancer is free farming in his own jungle and pushing out top. Meanwhile, you've got Chalice at bottom lane, and this is why it's so important to take down these two towers first, is you get to own this side of the map, and they haven't even needed to take the bottom tier 1 tower because of the aggressive ward vision they've been able to place for themselves.
Mind control, trying to work towards that blink dagger. I'm presuming that's the timing where Liquid will finally be a little bit more aggressive with their Ursa.
Yes, and maybe even go for a smoke Roche play.
They're really going to need, again, I can't emphasize this enough, mind control is going to have to go off, because both the Phantom Lancer and the Bloodseeker are top the net worth right now. And it's going to be a long time before our Alchemist comes online.
Nova. Similar to last game, he's going to place a ward into his own jungle. They're just trying to trap Liquid in.
Have fortified their
play process of elimination against them.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I believe that ward was spotted by the Liquid ward that was already in place, so may get denied, but Liquid aren't really playing around that side of the map right now. They're playing for bottom lane, trying to push PSG.LGD out of their own jungle. As they need a lot of neutral creeps to hit, basically. They've got both a Gyrocopter lineup as well as an Alchemist. They need the space. They're going to be able to hit some Spirits on a Chalice, knowing it's here. The cooldown's going to come in. There's still a double damage on his Sonnis, so Liquid have to be careful with this engagement. It's trying to go for the Rupture. Toss combination with the Fissure, stopping him from being able to relocate out. That was a beautiful hit. Mind control comes in a bit too late, fighting into a play mill. He's going to try and finish off Sonnis, but it just doesn't happen fast enough. The Echo Slam, GH bought back for all of that. Couldn't save Mind Control's life. GH and Kuro will try and kill FY, but it's not even close. PSG.LGD just took 3 kills for free. A buyback out from GH.
They're trying to make it worth it by getting farm on this Alchemist. They're just going to go right back towards bottom lane.
Not for you.
Meanwhile, their Phantom Lancer, complete free farm as Ame, untouched, unmarred by all of this. This X-Nova going to get this ward place once again. Wants to spot Miracle as he farms that flying area.
The dangerous part is they can't even use to relocate. They're going to go for the kill onto Chalice. He's tossed back to the Wisp. Once again, the call down. It's going to land onto the Tiny, but the second shot will not.
Not healthy enough to pursue that. look, they are trying to go for this 4-man to create space for Miracle, as said earlier. But it just doesn't feel like enough. You have to get some kills to make this worth it for them. Look
Chalice
at the team play
has been so good with these tosses. As soon as Matumbaman's ruptured, gets a ton of damage onto him, puts him together with a Fisher stun on 2.
That team fight coordination, spell after spell from PSG.LGD.
The execution is just out of control here, and they just completely outplay Liquid.
It is rare that I see Liquid get this thoroughly out team fight. And they're going to go for it again. They've got a smoke. They want to start invading the jungle of this Alk. They know he's got to be pretty close to his Radiance, and they would be correct.
They just got to push the pace over and over and over again, right? Smother Liquid and this offensive power of the Bloodseeker, who's got a blade mail into Assange. Will be picking up the horde eventually.
Miracle, he's so hesitant to move forward. He doesn't know where anybody is.
Immediate mass pings coming out from Liquid as they know that's obviously a smoke sentry laid out. Still Ame, he is also a big threat. He is still neck and neck with the Alchemist and Network despite having obviously very different farming capacities.
Mind Control also continues to farm all 3 cores from Liquid.
15-minute bounty runes. LGD is really good about controlling this. Mind Control. He's gonna blink in. Black blinks in, goes for it, but immediately gets almost blown up by Chalice. Now with the global sounds, preventing from being able to enrage. Mind Control, he gets that off the last second, but he's still dead.
Miracle, he's got his relic. They're just throwing bodies right now so that this guy can get his Radiance.
And he's so close to it too, but he needs to be able to TP out. They have the Fisher. It's gonna be there. It stops the TP. A big pickup for PSG.LGD. He buys out the recipe, but it's still going to be a good 300 gold lost. TP away from Curl. But PSG.LGD now own this side of the map. Will take the 2-1 finally.
The game becomes very clear how both teams need to play it. Liquid, they need to buy as much time as they can for this Alchemist to become this 1v5 beast. PSG.LGD, they want to take advantage of the fact that there's just a dead hero on the side of Liquid at all times that doesn't want to participate in fights, that just wants to hit creeps.
Yeah.
Maybe this is how Liquid started.
Trying to sneak in the Roshan, but X-Nova, he's wise to these tricks, and he's going to be able to get the Arcane Curse onto 2. Curl's already been ruptured up, does not have a TP, so he's just going to have to turn and fight as best he can survive until the Beyond Godlike is picked up for Somnus. Homing missile's going to land on Chalice. They're going to try and fight this one. Mind Control, Posse Ray trying to take him out, but the Fisher comes in. He's actually still right there too. Well, they've almost blown up the blade mail. Darkhunter goes down. Mind Control goes for X-Nova, but he's not even going to use to get that much. Echo Slam holds him in place. Mind Control struggling to be able to fight any kills, but a toss comes in from Chalice to wipe him off the map. 4 dead. It's space for Miracle, but is it really worth it? So much gold, so much experience.
The execution and teamfight to save each other, the Echo Slam just so that the Silencer gets away. It is absurd how well this team is playing right now.
And that is now a Roshan as well. 82% already at 17 minutes in.
Roshan's down.
You have to appreciate how well this team casts spells.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look at that. Alchemist picks up his level 10. Bloodseeker already level 15.
This is going to be some of the higher level Dota that I've ever seen. You've almost got the Blink Dagger on Tiny now, and Chalice is going to be active as hell with that. Miracle desperately trying to get that Radiance.
Blink Dagger soon for Chalice. Radiance being built by Somnus as well, and with the way that Miracle has been slowed down so much, it's not going to be too far off of his timing. Miracle's just now going to pick it up. But again, with the Phantom Lancer being as strong as he is, and this Blade Mail on the Bloodseeker, I don't think Radiance is really much of a game changer.
No, he's going to need the other 2 items that pair with it. He needs a Manta, if he's even going to think about fighting against the Bloodseeker and the Silencer.
And to use a Blade is going to be a big pain.
Blink Dagger completed. Look at how fast they rotate towards each other. They're going to 5-man for this tower, Liquid. They're anticipating this. They've got the Radiance. They might think that this is one of the better opportunities for them to fight, but I feel like they're going to be wrong here.
With the Aegis on the Bloodseeker and him leading the way, Liquid is smoking up target to go for.
But it is a 4-on-5 as Ame is still at bottom lane.
Top tower has
but what do you want to do, Liquid?
Tower has fallen.
They're so afraid of even just taking a 4 versus 4 underneath their tier 1, so they'll back up, keep farming.
a lot of hesitation in that decision making. They go for the smoke, then they immediately think to themselves, okay, we just can't do this.
And PSG.LGD are like, fine, you know what, take that fight under the tier 1, what about a tier 2?
Just as much help as
They're getting bold right now as Ame just continues to farm during all of this. They're tempting fate, but Liquid unwilling to respond.
Top tower has looked better.
That means down 8,000 gold. They just keep going. Yeah, keep going until Liquid is forced back.
Liquid, there's no TP on this Alchemist either.
I guess
it's going to be potentially a lot of damage onto the tier 3. Finally, the glyph comes out.
LGD trying to figure out where the line is.
What point do you have to stop PSG.LGD? The relentless pushing and aggression.
PSG.LGD, they're going to just try to knock down all the tier 2 towers. They're doing the same thing that Liquid is, but more efficiently, because Ame's just getting more farm than this Alchemist is.
Yeah.
He's invading his own ancient stack. He's getting more farm on the map while all of this is happening. He's an even better insurance policy than the Alchemist is at this point.
An Alchemist has to push out pretty dangerously far. You could see FY is going to try and hunt him down. A blink dagger.
He's canceled his radiance.
His vision. Sees it for a miracle. We'll be able to get the Fissure. FY just keeps on hunting Miracle down, and now he's trapped.
They know he's in the area. Miracle going to channel the stun.
Let's see. Okay, guys, global silence. He read it. And now a kill onto Miracle. PSG.LGD. They hunted him down, cornered him out. A rupture placed onto mind control, blinks away. And TP's out.
The relocate was coming in, but I don't even know if they save him with that. Everybody from PSG.LGD was filtering in. They just get more and more on the map. They take away the big threat.
And this goes back to the difference in draft, right? Is that LGD, when they had Wisp Gyro, they could play separated from the rest of the team, and they could play for that relocate. Liquid have not had a single relocate, I think.
Yeah, we saw this when IG played against OG, when they had this combination. When you're playing against a silencer, you're never going to be able to come in late. You just have to participate in fights with your team as the Fissure catches him.
Echo Slam, just make sure Top of Man's not going anywhere.
And Liquid in game 2, they are getting routed.
Aggressive ward, well, that was spotted by the creeps curl. Just trying to get any vision down right now. 10,000 gold lead now for PSG.LGD. And again, this is versus an Alchemist lineup. It's supposed to be the other way around. Oh, you hear that? That chat wheel right there. That's not an LGD chat.
Oh, this game is getting one-sided. 10K at 21 minutes against an Alc. You've got the Radiance completed onto this Bloodseeker. Maybe he has come alive on this main stage right now.
PSG.LGD don't have to like push high ground, right? They could chill out. They could wait till BKB is up on this if they want.
They own so much of the map right now. They control the jungle. They've got deep ward vision everywhere. Every single Roshan they want is theirs. They've killed the Alc enough times in between his item timings that they've slowed him down enough that I don't even think they're that worried about him anymore.
Right.
Even their supports are starting to pick up a lot of farm. If you're Liquid, the game plan still remains the same. It just doesn't feel very good to stick to that game plan. They have to just wait for this Alc to get more items. Manta alone is not going to allow him to fight. Most likely going to need minimum a Blink Dagger, maybe a BKB.
Manta is almost here for Miracle.
Gonna go for the smoke. Just a 3-man as Ame continues to play that same role that Miracle's trying to. He's got a lot more wiggle room.
It pretty much seems like they're just trading spaces every once in a while. Like Miracle will just run down a lane, kind of suicide push. Now it's going to be GH and Matumbaman's turn to do the same at top lane, just trying to force LGD to move back to some of these side lanes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But LGD, they really don't have to budge.
They need BKBs right now on the side of Liquid if they want to fight.
Yeah.
Pre-BKB, I think they just continue to dodge. They can't play this 4 protect 1 style anymore. So their 4 just isn't even strong enough.
Some gold trickling in for Miracle, but he's feeling really starved out with such aggressive vision from PSG.LGD, and they just take all of the neutrals available.
Yeah, they've got ward vision on the outskirts, so they'll always spot them coming out. maybe 12-0 and 4.
80% kill participation. Boy is a beast right now. BKB for the Phantom Lancer.
And
so
they spot Miracle. He's got to be careful here. He can't afford to die.
Miracle, he does have a TP, but there's that fly to be able to stop it if necessary. Sure enough, that's what happens.
And now they might threaten the high ground. As they're all gathered in this area, they want to force the buyback minimum. There's no big play ulti on the side of Liquid this time around. Is PSG.LGD. They're going to threaten the high ground here.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Cliff immediately going out. 30 seconds for the Alchemist. PSG.LGD. They know what it does, but the jump! The echo side instant toss as well. The top of it almost falls, gets back. GH does manage to heal him out a decent amount. So we only take out the Wiz. Mind Control tries to come in again. The white belt such a problem for him. The call down is going to come in. They have to slow down a lot of PSG.LGD. In fact, the B might go down. Right's going to come out. They have so much fight. That's a dieback for him. It's only Miracle and Mind Control now. 2 versus 5, looking to hold their base at 25 minutes. PSG.LGD will back up, knowing that they have just damaged Liquid's economy. That may be irreparable.
20 seconds for this Roshan. No reason for them to rush it. They're about to 2-0 Liquid right now on the main stage. If they keep calm, do the right plays, go for the Roshan, get the Aegis and Cheese, put it onto Maybe. He's almost got his BKB. There's no reason to risk any of it.
That last fight got a little bit scary with Maybe dropping low. But as soon as he picked up that kill with the Blood Rage on him, healed up, he no longer had to worry about that gyrocopter. FY has also been a beast, not just in the rotations, but also the beautiful fissures he's gotten.
This guy is 1-1 in 18 right now.
Incredible. That is as impressive a score as Somnus is 14-0 and 8.
Gonna walk in Liquid. They're gonna feel that dread once they see Roshan has been slain by the Dire. As the Fissures block out.
There we go. Just locks on this in for a little bit. He needs a timeout. GH is gonna have to tether over, but that leaves an opportunity. Ame wanted exactly that, but couldn't kill him fast enough.
Dire's bottom tower needs some
BKB.
help.
Chalice, he's just found Kuro. That is almost enough to be able to pop Kuro, but he pops the magic stick. Will be able to get away. Somnus. All of that thirst going on.
He so
really wants to be able to go for it. He's just going to get some damage on a tier 3. Okay.
He's daring Liquid to come at him right now.
Are those cracks in Dire's
Well, the
top
acid
tower?
spray, but
Radiant's
he
bottom
manages
tower's
to heal
got
off the creep
problems.
wave. And that is a tier 3
Radiant's
gone.
bottom tower has
Melee
fallen.
Rax is going to be soon.
Dire have
Liquid,
fortified
you
their
got to figure out
structures.
what to do here. Relocate in
Dire's top
to be able to
tower
bring
is
the
under attack.
gyrocopter
That's the
back.
Rex.
Radiant structures are fortified.
The Glyph is going to be able to delay it a little bit more.
Is
4
Radiant
seconds
going
till
to
the
let their
relocate.
bottom
Pulls
barracks
Matamba
fall?
back into this one with a toss up in the air, and Somnus is
Radiant's
rather
bottom
large
barracks
amount of
have
damage.
fallen.
They will take that melee Rax. Liquid
They're
apparently
attacking
feeling they can't get
Radiant's
too
bottom
weak to
barracks.
fight.
The game just ends if they give up mid. 2 sets of racks down. Not enough space for
Radiant's
this
bottom
outlook.
barracks have fallen.
He's got his BKB come in.
I mean, they're just playing very careful. Like, Somnus puts himself out there, sure, but he's got Aegis. Making sure that Ame is not to be initiated on. Rupture goes out onto Matamba Man. They do not have a relocate to be able to save him. Chalice going to try and challenge, but if BKB goes off and Chalice won't be able to get the toss away, he's going to be caught inside the call down by Control. Doesn't manage to get that one. Already the Tombstone is gone, but maybe it's actually at half HP already. He's not going to blow his BKB just yet. The Soul Rinse and the Radiance take out. That's going to be enough, but he will have the BKB immunity on his next life if needed. So Liquid, do not try and challenge him.
They had to pop Aegis and Cheese and the tiny bot back for this. PSG.LGD, they're just going to go for it again. But the fight is not easy for them, trying to go high ground against Liquid's lineup. The fans not quite giving up on Liquid's hopes yet.
It starts off as a feeble cheer for Liquid, but it grows and grows as the fans want to be able to see a game 3. But they're immediately getting shouted down by the LGD fans. Matamba Man's been caught. GH and Matumba Man will die in the bottom lane, and they're gone for 40 seconds. This may be an opportunity for PSG.LGD to go high ground once again.
No buyback on anyone, really.
You can see Mind Control is just trying to push into the top lane, see if he can force anybody from PSG.LGD back, but PSG.LGD is not going to be deterred. They will get this second lane of Rax and perhaps even more.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Liquid are just going to wait it out until the Wisp and Gyrocopter are here.
Radiant's middle bear.
So that's going to aim 2 lanes of Rax down. They will have to put themselves in this gigantic hole, but it gives them the opportunity for just one more fight.
Die another day as PSG.LGD. They're going to go for the shrines now. It's a lot of tips flying out towards each other.
FY. He's got that Aghanim Scepter yet? Yeah, he's got it in his stash, so it'll be coming in soon. So even the Earthshaker is going to be tough to bring down. And these are still 10-second BKB charges, at least for the Bloodseeker. Ame is actually 9-second one.
Just compare the mid laners. Miracle, 0-7-0, maybe 14-0-8.
Yeah. And they're just constantly trying to relocate. Like, they know they can't use it to get into a fight, so they're just going to use it to push out the lane safely.
Coin for me.
And no real hope for Liquid to get any bounty runes to their Alchemist.
Map control just continues, and PSG.LGD, they've done such a good job of just allowing Ame to play whatever type of game that he wants.
Yeah.
They said, if you want to participate in fights, you can participate in fights, but we don't really need you. Just because of how farmed that Bloodseeker was, they were able to take so many 4-on-4s, win them successfully. The PL continue to farm away. He's got the top net worth. He's got every item in the book, short of a heart.
25,000 gold lead. And the push, it looks like it's coming now. This will be Liquid's last stand in the upper bracket if they cannot hold on here. And it starts with a rupture. Matumba Man, again, has to be scared of Chalice, who may come in, forced into a BKB as Lance comes out. This time Chalice doesn't make the initiation. Matumba Man, he's still at half HP. A long jump in from FY. Mistimes a little bit. The BKB was still up. Mind Control quickly gobbles him down. Ame charges forward, will be able to take on the Tombstone. It's going to be Somnus in the back line, who's threatened by Mind Control. Ame's a little bit too forward. Global Silence instantly goes down. No opportunity for a relocate out. It isn't even up yet. And no buyback from Matumba Man. Jump forward. Somnus instantly disarmed. Mind Control, no damage here today. Miracle's going to be chased away. GH is desperately trying to keep him alive right now. But there's too many heroes, 3 cores surrounding Miracle. He's already dead. He doesn't have buyback either. Carl's going to fall. GH is dead. The captain's left standing. And Liquid call it. PSG.LGD will take Liquid down to lower bracket and move on.
That was an emphatic statement win. It looked easy every step of the way. Unbelievable how good this team is at team fighting.
PSG.LGD